What's up guys, it's Sunny and we're back with another MyNBA2k results video. The Gauntlet, which just ended, is my favorite event just because you have so many cards that you can get going through the Gauntlet. We're going to take a look at all the cards I pulled on the draft board, all the rewards that we get from actually completing each level of the Gauntlet, and I am going to give you all of, the pull rates on the draft board, compare them to last week, and let you see what those look like. But if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate that. But first thing, let's get into looking at all the pulls that I did on the actual draft board. Alright, so along with all of the cards that I actually pulled on the draft board, we're going to be looking at each of the cards that are the rewards for, each tier as you're going up through the Gauntlet. So these are all in order from the time that I pulled them or the time that I completed the tier of the actual Gauntlet. So first up, we got the foil Dirk Nowitzki. We're going to go through the first part of these pretty quick. We got the Dwayne Wade, which was the second Gauntlet Epic Prime. Another Epic Prime. And then we got the third reward is the Carmelo Anthony Elite. The regular Elite anyway. On Friday, man, the draft board was absolutely terrible for me. So most of these are pretty bad. As you see, I made it through the fourth level of the Gauntlet. Barely pulled anything on the draft board from ultra rare and up, which is what I only take a picture of. But this Carmelo Anthony historic on the Knicks. Love this card. I wish I had a use for it, but an Elite foil, which is nice. We're still going, another Epic Prime. The very first day, I did not pull anything any good at all. So finally made it to the fifth one. We're already at star level, and as you see, besides for the rewards, man, the things on the draft board that I've showed, a couple Epic Primes, but other than that, man, it's been absolutely, it was dry for me, really bad for Friday anyway. Stephon Marbury, star card, historic on the Nets. Really nice card. I wish I had one of these so I could pro it, but I didn't. Still going, tons of, I pulled a ton of ultra rare, tons of epics, just like every week. I think the Epic Prime Dwight Howard, I think compared to last week's pull rates and stuff, they pretty much all in line. I mean, every week it seems like pretty much the exact same percentages going through each of these. Jeremy Lin, Epic Prime. My first foil from the draft board. If you've seen my other videos, I like to collect the foils. Just trying to pro them. I don't know, just because, I don't know why, but I just like them. Joe Johnson foil, and then we're on Stephon Marbury, the star foil. Again, I wish I had this card already so I could pro it, but I need some pro starred in my lineup to really help. But really good card, really good looking card. And then tons of ultra rares, epics, another Epic Prime, Trevor Ariza, and boom, Joe Johnson superstar foil. Now let me tell you, before I pulled this Joe Johnson foil, this was the 117th draft board that I got to. This was on Saturday, finally. 117 draft boards. Saturday night. Awesome card. I am really hyped that I pulled this superstar historic. I love Joe Johnson. Love him on the Hawks, man. Really good card. Love the card art with these superstars, especially with the foil, but really excited I pulled this. Before this card, man, like I said, this was the 117th. I pulled 0 Elite, 0 star, and this was the very first superstar, so really happy about that. Now we pulled another first Elite of the weekend, which was on Saturday. Andre Drummond, and now we got the first level of the superstar reward, Elgin Baylor historic. Really nice to add some superstar cards into the lineup. Really good looking card. Ultra rares, some more epics, another ultra rare Epic Prime Paul Millsap, and then my second ultra rare Corey Joseph foil card. Julius Randle. Let's see what else we got. More epics, more ultra rares, another epic, and then another superstar pull. Now, of course, with me personally, I don't use support cards. Like, it's very, very rare that, for me anyway, especially in these events, that a support card lets you win the match or something like that. And so I would obviously personally rather have the superstar player card, because the player card that the superstar would replace would be more beneficial to my actual lineup. But I mean, I can't complain. It is another superstar pull, so I'm super excited about that. My second one of the weekend. The first weekend I was on superstar, I pulled 0. Second weekend, last weekend, I pulled 1 superstar, and then this weekend I pulled 2. So really hyped about 10% defense. Really good pull for me. Ultra rare foil, Jordan Clarkson. And then I pulled a Jimmy Butler Epic Prime foil. I already had one of these, so this is the very first Epic Prime foil pro that I actually have. So excited about that. Love Jimmy Butler too. Really good card. And then I finally got to the Superstar Elgin Baylor foil. I completed this actually pretty early. I almost wish that I would have tried a little bit harder, even though the next level to go for that Allen Iverson, I had to do only 2-pointers. But I pulled almost 100 points doing 2-pointers on that first Allen Iverson. So anyway, first star pull of the weekend, a good timing, plus 9% rebounding, another support card. I know, man, I wish so much that it was a player card, but can't necessarily complain. Epic Prime was my highest rebounding, so that's good. That's my only star pull of the weekend was that rebounding one. I didn't pull any stars last weekend. Tons of duplicates, though. The lower level cards on the ultra rares, I mean, some of these guys I pulled 4-5 times. Kawhi Leonard Elite, and then we got ultra rare, and then the very last card we got another support card. So that is going to do it. We have 205 draft boards this week. We got 2 superstars, we had 1 star, and we had 2 actual elites. We're going to jump into the actual card deck. I'm going to show you how the superstar cards and the star cards compare to the rest of them. All right, so the first star reward I got was that just the regular historic Stephon Marbury. That's what he looks like when he's all maxed out. That's what his stats look like. If you want to compare him to my other regular star cards, actually he's the worst. He is the lowest star card. Obviously, I don't have every single star card, so it's really hard to compare exactly how good the actual card is. But compared to the rest of them, I mean, as far as regular stars, I have 5 total. Chris Mullin is the highest out of those, and then Stephon Marbury is the lowest. All of those are historic cards, though, except for the Gordon Hayward, which is just the regular card. But the Paul Millsap, Mark Eaton, Chris Mullin, all of those are historic. Compared to the rest of them, though, it is the worst of all of those. If we take a look at his foil card, we have foil card. The stats, of course, increase quite a bit, which is definitely a lot nicer. And then, of course, you have his abilities that apply to the entire team instead of just one player. So always the foil cards are better. But comparing the foil to the rest of them, I have more foil star cards than regular cards. So Dwayne Wade is my lowest. Then we got Miles Turner, Andrew Wiggins, Bill Laimbeer. We got Vin Baker. And then we got the Stephon Marbury. So he's almost right in the middle. And then right above him, Mike Conley, Draymond Green, Mark Eaton, Chauncey Billups, Antetokounmpo, Chris Bosh, and then my highest one, which I got last weekend, the Wes Unseld. So as far as the foils go, compared to the rest of the other foils in my deck, that is pretty much in the middle of the pack. So now looking at the superstar card, we got the Elgin Baylor. That's what his stats look like when he's all maxed out. Compared to the rest of them, I don't have very many. I only have 4 of them. So as you see, all of them are historic, just below Shaquille O'Neal. but higher than World Be Free, Sharif Abdul Rahim. So higher than those two, but a little lower than Shaq. And then his actual foil card. That is what his foil card looks like, all maxed out. And this is the highest superstar foil that I actually have. So higher than Willis Reed, James Harden, Kevin Love, and Joe Johnson. So all 5 of those are actually historic too. But taking a look at his stats, another focus type that is his ability is straight on offense, man. I have so many of those. Not too much in the superstar category, but got a lot of on the regular ones. We got Abdul Rahim, World Be Free, and Elgin Baylor, all with the red, which is only offense. I like the ones that add a little bit like offensive and playmaking, or maybe defensive rebounding, offensive rebounding, and stuff like that. But to me, the posterizer one is like the worst one, just because it's so focused on one single thing. And there's so many cards that have the posterizer on there. But anyway, that is what all of the reward cards look like when they are maxed out. And also the Joe Johnson that I had, that I pulled on the board, that is what Joe Johnson looks like when he is all maxed out. His is offensive and playmaking, the pick and roller. Still at the bottom of my actual foils, but still a good pull for me. All right, now taking a look at the actual, I guess, pull rates from the actual draft board. If you're curious to, about these, on the left side, we got all of the pull rates from last weekend. The last weekend, King of the Court, which was 166 draft board pulls. This weekend, since it is the Gauntlet and you have so many picks each round, I had more, more picks, more draft boards, etc. So 205 total draft board picks, and then, or draft board pulls, I guess, when it resets. 133 of those were rare, 38 ultra rare, 18 epic, 11 epic prime, 2 elite, 1 star, 2 superstar. So if we compare the percentages, I guess, from last weekend, this weekend it was 65% rare compared to 70%, 19% ultra rare compared to 14 last week. So taking away 5% less on the rare, 5% more on the ultra rare. And then everything else was pretty close to the same. Epic was 9%, Epic Prime 5% compared to 4%. Elite was 1% this weekend compared to 3% last weekend. The Star only pulled 1 of those, so 0.5%. Last weekend I didn't pull any. And then Superstar this weekend was 1%, and last weekend was 0.5%. So it seems like, at least for me, at Superstar Plus tier, that the Elite, Star, and Superstar are pretty close together as far as the pull rates. Maybe the Elite a couple percentage point higher, but from the Star and the Superstar level, man, you're looking at 1%. The last 3 weekends that I've been keeping track of these statistics, man, you're talking 1%. So 1 out of every 100 draft boards, you're looking at 1 of these. And so just about average anyway. But anyway, that's what the pulls look like. Those are all the cards that I pulled on the actual draft board this weekend. Let me know in the comments what y'all did, if y'all pulled anything better, how high y'all got, man. I really wish, I think that I might have been able to get that Allen Iverson. I only had to do the 2-pointers, but I ended up finishing close to 100 points on the 2-pointers, and that was, I guess, me not trying as hard because I didn't think that I was going to get it done anyway, and so I just did it every once in a while at the very end of the last day. And I think I probably could have pushed and got that Allen Iverson. But anyway, that's going to do it for the video. If you did enjoy, hit that thumbs up. I will see y'all next week. I am out. Peace.